Hi, welcome to educated.com, and we're back for another Adobe Illustrator CS6 lesson. And this is part 2 of the type tutorial. So let's get started. Okay, so there's a lot to cover, so let's get right into it. So last we spoke about the character set. So now let's look at the paragraph set. And again, this is something you've probably most likely familiar with in any word processing program. So let's just go through it real quickly. All right, so right now that's centered, flush left, flush right, justify the last line left, justify the last line centered, justify the last line right, and justify all lines. Okay, now here you can do a left indent or a right indent and first line indent and the space before the paragraph and the space after paragraph, and you can set where you want this to hyphenate or not. All right, so that is the paragraph set. So let's move on to some more things here. Okay, now I told you before in the last lesson, because we kept getting that overflow port. So here it is again. So now I'm going to show you how to deal with this in a different way with threading, because other ways you dealt with it was by editing the type if you didn't want to overflow and moving it around on the path. So now if you use your selection tool, you double click this overflow port, and then it overflows into another thing. Here I still have an overflow, so I'm going to double click again. Okay, you have to select it right in the right place. Double click. Okay, so now this time I made sure that I didn't click too many times, so now you see this kind of marker that looks like it has text into it. So now wherever I place this, that's where the overflow will go. So you see it's threaded. So this is why I call this threads, because there's a line, an invisible line that goes through each one. So now as I add type to it, those will expand and it'll stay in the same positions of where these boxes are. Normally it's not that crazy, but just for demonstration purposes, I can show you how it threads. Okay, so that is threading, and to help you get rid of overflow. Okay, so overflow is complete. And now let's go to character styles. Alright, so it's type styles, and you have character styles and paragraph styles in it. So let's go to character styles here. Now you can see this is, okay, I already have playing around, so let me just get rid of that one. Let's start from scratch. Get rid of that one also. Okay, so now this is your normal character style. Now you can change the normal character style, but this is just the default. So if I select that, that's the normal character style. But if I want this to be a character style, I go to new character style. I can name it. Now, that's not all. There needs to be a lot more done. But what you can do is select that and go to character style options. So now you can see, so if there's any changes or modifications you want to make, you can make it here. So doing it that way, it picks up what you want to be done. So here I can see everything that I selected is there, so I know everything's right, tracking, size, the font. So everything's okay there. All right, so now let me show you how to do paragraph styles. Okay, again, a normal paragraph. Oh, okay, I changed this earlier, so now I made this a normal paragraph. So now what I want to do is create a new paragraph style. I'm going to call that indent. Okay, so I'm going to select indent, and I'm going to create an indent here. So only on the first line. I'm going to indent that -20. Oops, not -20. I'm in Bizarro World now. Okay. So that's an indent there. Okay, so now let me check this. I can see it didn't pick it up, so that's why you can go in here and make everything right. Okay, so here you can go in, specify what you want the font to be. So actually, let's just change this since we're here, since it's, yeah, change it to typewriter. Make this size 12 point, let's make it 14 point, because you're viewing this on a computer, so I want you to be able to see it. Leave the leading the same. Okay, so now I'll put my first line indent here. Okay, I don't think I'll mess with anything else for now, so we'll just leave that. Okay, so now nothing's there because I didn't select the type, but I do have an indent. So let me show you this in action. Okay, so I have some Greek type here. And Greek type is what you use when you just want to have placeholder type. So let me just create some paragraphs here. And get rid of everything else so it's not distracting. Okay, so now I'll just select this first word. And I want to use the cozy. And so now that comes in under cozy character style that I created. And now let me select this paragraph. And change it to indent. And here it is with the typewriter font that I chose. And also you see the first line is indented. Now, even if it's centered or aligned,